Let's turn our focus to football now, and the eyes of the entire world, not just the sporting fraternity, will be locked towards Russia in a month's time as the 2018 FIFA World Cup kicks off. There are so many questions to ask and so many possibilities to dabble with, and we sent our correspondent Krishnan Iyer out to speak to Sunil Chhetri, and he picked the Indian football captain's brains on what to expect from Russia 2018. Chhetri spoke to us on the sidelines of an official match ball carrier contest for the World Cup organised by Iyer Motors.
We are at the business end of the football season and the sport's biggest spectacle is just around the corner. And I'm delighted to be joined by none other than the captain of the Indian football team, Sunil Chhetri. Sunil, welcome to WION.
Thank you so much.
The big focus, of course, is the World Cup. Looking at the teams that are qualified, is it easy to pick out a favourite? Do you feel that this is the most open draw this time around?
It's not easy to pick your favourite, you know, a tournament like this where topmost countries are playing, all the top players are going to be playing to win one important trophy. It's not easy to pick your favourites. But given the past history, if you want to put your bets, I think Germany is a safe bet. They've always done well in tournaments like this. I think Spain in the last 8-10 years have done really well in this tournament. I think Brazil are always one of the favourites because the kind of talent they have. France and Belgium look really strong on paper as the kind of talented players they have. England have done really well in the underage groups, so they are going to be a good team also. I just hope the confidence from the underage groups rubs on the seniors. We have a lot of fan following of England in our country. Right. For their sake, I just hope they do well. All in all, I think it's going to be a great tournament to watch, and I'm pretty sure it's not going to be easy for anyone to go and win the World Cup.
Germany is one of the favourites. They have unimaginable talent in every position. When you look at history, no team winning the Confed Cup has gone on to win the World Cup the following year. Does the team have the?
They do have the potential. They do have the firepower. As you said, they have so many talented players in all different parts of the field, you know. They're very strong defensively, they have got a great midfield and they've got good strikers also. So I think they are a very complete side. Why people choose Germany and why they are strong is because they are a complete team. I just hope Neuer gets fit for the World Cup. He was injured out. I just hope he makes it to the World Cup. And with him along at the back, I think they are one of the most strongest teams.
Right. And two other teams that boast a similar plethora of talent are France and Belgium. Mind-blowing talent. France, of course, were unlucky not to win the Euros. Will they fancy the chances?
I hope France does what Spain did, you know, in last 8-10 years. When you get a pool of players who are so good, you got to make it count. France and Belgium especially. They haven't won big tournaments lately. France has, Belgium hasn't. Even Belgium has a lot of good players. I just hope they can do what Spain did in the last 10 years. You know, when you get that pool of players, Spain won the Euros and then won the World Cup and they were very dominant. So I think France and Belgium has that kind of potential to do what Spain did in the last 10 years.
You know, when I interviewed you 6 years ago for the very first time and we were building up to the European Championships, you threw up a prediction that Spain will go on to win it. And most importantly, you said Andres Iniesta will be the player of the tournament, which stood correct. Since then, they've had underwhelming displays at the Euros and at the World Cup as well. Do you think that, you know, they can make the final this time?
They definitely can, you know. David Villa, Torres, Iniesta now he's going to play, but Xavi, missing on all these players, Puyol, has kind of affected their tournament mentality. But all the young ones who are coming up, I just hope they take their places. Talent, definitely they have in abundance. Experience, they do have. You know, in players like Iniesta, Sergio Ramos, Piqué, they have a great side. De Gea is doing really well for Man United and is one of the topmost goalkeepers in the world. As far as talent is concerned, you cannot not bet on Spain. I think they are one of the best teams in the tournament.
No European team had won the World Cup on South American soil before 2014 until Germany did. And since 1958, when Brazil won the World Cup in European soil, no, we haven't seen a South American winner. Do you think this trend will continue?
It's going to be difficult. It's going to be difficult because, you know, with the way the European teams are right now, as I said, we talk about Germany and Spain. France looks really good, Belgium. But you cannot not think about Brazil and Argentina. They are very talented side, not particularly as strong as a team like Germany, but they've got some great talent. And if they get going, I think they're going to give a run of money to any team.
Brazil and Argentina, you know, are of course the two South American contingents who are strong favourites. Argentina have been very underwhelming, just 2 Olympic goals in this century. You know, will Messi, you know, sort of feel like, oh, I've missed out on such a big trophy?
No, I think they were really close last time. They lost in the finals to Germany. They did really well. I think, you know, before a tournament starts, you don't pay too much heed to Argentina because they're not a complete team. They don't have, I mean, they have the best player in the ranks, but they don't have a complete team. But as the way they played in the last World Cup where they reached the finals, you can't just say that they will not again. When you have a player like Messi, you can change games just like that. Even the same thing for Portugal with Ronaldo. I think when you have world beaters, when you have players who can score at any time, you can always fancy your chances.
I picked your brains long enough to look around all the teams. If I put you in a spot and ask you to pick a winner, a dark horse, and the best player this time, who would you pick?
Winner Germany, dark horse Belgium. They're not dark horses, but because they haven't won anything big. And the best player, Messi, man. I think he's the best player in the world.
So we are here at this event in Gurugram, Sunil, talking to you about your official match ball career by Iyer. How important is it, for Indian kids to go out? I mean, India does not have that exposure of a World Cup.
And it's a great initiative, man. I think when I heard of it, I was really interested. Today we came over here, we saw 60 kids trying to showcase the talent. Out of these 60, 2 are going to go to Russia. It's a great initiative. I don't even know whether the kids know how big it is. They're going to be watching 2 important games. One is, I think, Brazil. One, I think, is Belgium game. It's a massive opportunity. I just hope that, we choose the best out of these 60 and those 2 kids that go there and have a ball. They're not going to represent their parents, their state or their place. They're going to represent our country. It's a huge thing for them. I'm really excited for them, and I'm pretty sure they're going to come as different people when they come back from the World Cup.
These three alphabets are the most scariest thing for a football fan right now, which is VAR. It is dividing the football world right down the middle. Bill Shankly once said, Liverpool's legendary manager, he said that the problem with the referees is that they understand the rules, but they don't understand the game. You're a player, Sunil. Explain to us this phenomenon. Why is FIFA still insistent on VAR, even though we had problems in the Confed Cup?
Just to put it clear, it's just one of those things which is equally balanced. In one side you want to think that let the football flow the way it has been. There are going to be some mistakes by referees because they're humans, but let it flow the way it has always been. The moment you bring technology, there is stoppages. You got to stop the game, but also if you are rubbed in the wrong way, you get a decision wrong, you always want the exact decision to come out. So I think it's 50-50. If you ask me, I'm a little bit old school. I like the game to flow, but bringing in technology where everything is going to be clear also helps. So I'm somebody who's in the middle, man.